What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Tokyo Ghoul episode 10, and holy crap, what this episode freaking awesome. Now, I definitely feel bad for Kaneki because he pretty much got destroyed here, but we see now that his body, even though he took such a beating, it is still pretty sturdy. But the episode itself, it started off some crazy stuff because we have these ghouls now. They are invading this building, and we see they're killing every human they can see. And some of them I feel bad for, but we see that like one member of the CCG, he was like hiding at first, and he actually called their headquarters. And when somebody answered them, we have like the higher up taking the phone from them. And so of course now we see this guy trying to tell them what's going on, but that guy, you know, on the other end, he actually dies. And so now we see that the ghouls behind this, like, you know, they were like talking. I'm guessing, you know, one of them had the phone. And they pretty much let the others know that they killed everyone. But then we get these like two high ups, I guess. We have like this one female who like covered in bandages, and we have this other guy who has this robe. I mean, who has the body hidden by this robe. But we see now that, you know, these two, you can tell right away that they're like very high tiers. But the guys that were killing everybody in the CCG, they also should be underestimated. And so now we go back to Yomo and the guy who runs the bar, and we see now that they actually went to the 11th ward, and we just see, and we just see all these dead bodies everywhere. And so right now, of course, you know, they're like wondering what's going on. And so Yomo here, he actually, you know, like has information about the group, and I believe they're called like Aogiri trees, something like that. I'm probably not saying the name right, but you got what I'm talking about. And apparently their leader, it is actually the one-eyed ghoul. Now that right there, I'm not expecting, but I couldn't wait to see, you know, just possible confrontation between Kaneki and the one-eyed king, because that right there should be amazing. But now we go back to the cafe, and of course we have Kaneki and Toga. They're working, and out of nowhere we have this guy pretty much just like barging in there. And so this guy, his name is Banjo, and so he wants to know where Rize is. And so, you know, this guy pretty much, he's just so aggressive. He took hold of Kaneki and was trying to get some answers out of him. And we had Toka, who pretty much told him that, like, if he had business here, then he could at least order some coffee. Now, that right there was funny because the guy actually did that. And so this guy was, like, trying to figure out, you know, where Rize is. And of course, you know, he was smelled the scent on Kaneki. And so he thought that, like, something was going on between, you know, Kaneki and Rize. And so he got really upset. And we see now that when he tried to attack Kaneki, we have Kaneki showing us some pretty good reflexes, as he was like actually dodging those hits without even trying. And I'm like, all right, Kaneki, we see you're getting better. You're coming a beast. We get that. And then out of nowhere, you know, like when he came up and hit that guy on the chin, that right there was hilarious because he actually knocked him out. And so right now we learned that Banjo, he is not actually, you know, with the Aogiri tree group. He actually came here, you know, to warn Rize because this guy did know her in the 11th ward. And so then we have Ayato, who was Toka's brother. He was like on top of the building, you know, where the cafe is, and he just dropped down like it was nothing and just kicked the glass. So that right there, you know, it was a bit surprising, but we see now that like Ayato, he treats, you know, Banjo like nothing more than a lapdog that he uses, you know, for some errands. And so now we see that when Toka, you know, had tried to confront her brother, I thought maybe, you know, we would learn more about what happened. But, you know, like pretty much there's just like such a great tension between them, especially, you know, when it comes to their parents, because this guy, you know, Ayato, like we saw before at the flashback where he actually cared for his father and wanted to be like him, to him actually, you know, kind of like resenting him, because obviously we know that they lost their mother, but we have no idea how they lost their father. But apparently, you know, like their father died fighting, so who knows who was fighting or why he was fighting. I'm pretty sure it probably to protect them. But out of nowhere we have Jason coming in there, and we also have this the other guy. Like I have no idea who he is, but he was kind of creepy. But we have Jason pretty much, you know, going berserk. and he pretty much beat the hell out of Kaneki. That right there was crazy. And we did see, you know, Kaneki trying to fight back, and even Toka tried to get in there as well. But Ayato came out there, and we see that where Toka has one wing, Ayato has two. And he actually, you know, took out Toka pretty easily. So that right there was surprising. But we have Jason, you know, beating the hell out of Kaneki. And that right there was just so messed up because we saw blood everywhere. And Jason was not stopping. And eventually, you know, we saw Ayato even get tired of seeing this. And when Banjo, you know, tried to say something, you would think that, like, Jason might kill him. But then the guy that was, like, there with Jason, when he said something, Jason attacked him, but it seemed like that guy wanted Jason to do that. So I have no idea what's going on with him, but this guy, he is like definitely creepy. And after he was done, you know, pummeling Kaneki some more, they actually kidnap him. So finally we have Yomo and the old man. They now come back. Toka is there alone, so luckily, you know, they didn't mess her up. But I definitely know, you know, that Banjo was gone, so I do wonder, you know, what could happen to him now. But we see that the man that like runs the cafe, he tells Yomo to call everybody because the cafe will be shut down for a while. So we all know what that means. And I also forgot that, like, that thief that we saw in the last episode, it turns out that this guy is actually part of the CCG. And so that right there was surprising. But this guy, he had a weird name because I thought maybe it was a girl, because I believe his name was like Suzuka, and that right there, you know, sounds like a very feminine name, but apparently, you know, this person is a guy. And we see that when he pulls down these stitches, he can actually, you know, like pull on the skin, and that right there, you know, was like a little bit weird. But I do wonder why is he like that? Like, what in the world made him, you know, get a body like that? But eventually he does show up, and we see that what the CCG plans to do, they're going to have like pretty much an all-out war against the Aogiri tree. And so now they want to evacuate every citizen, and all of them, they will like storm into the place, and that is where, you know, they would have like this all-out war. But at the rate and how strong they're looking already, I fear for like every life of the CCG, because I feel like most of them, like I can say with like confidence, you know, when this goes down, at least over 50% of the CCG will like definitely be wiped out easily. But I do wonder, you know, like what kind of Quinque will Suzuka, you know, bring out, because she actually, I mean, he actually wants to do this because he can't get a new one. And it turns out that Amon, he will also get a new one because Mato left him one in his will. So that right there, you know, was like definitely nice. But I do wonder, you know, like how many types of Quinque does Mato have? Because maybe he has more than the two that we saw him get from Hinami parents. At least I'm hoping so, because the first one, you know, like the original one that we saw him using, that one was definitely a bit mean to me. Like, to me, I didn't care much about it. I like Mato a lot more when he had Hinami parents, and I know that what it is messed up to say, but it's true. But now that the old man has called in everybody, we see now that like at first, you know, like when he was talking to them, they were all thinking that, you know, he might abandon Kaneki, and at first I thought that right there might be the case as well. And we have Toka, you know, apparently was like willing to go there alone, but luckily we had Nishiki. He was also going to go there. And Hinami was like also ready to go as well, and that right there, oh my god, that they cannot let Hinami go. Now I understand that like she wants to save Kaneki, but she is a kid, and these people, they live nothing more than a fight. And so a girl like her, she would not stand a chance, and I did not want to see Hinami die. That right there is one thing I would not stand for. And I also forgot that like we saw Hide's home, and this guy has like pictures, notes, everything, like everywhere. So this guy is definitely interested in ghouls, and we see now, or you know, I'm definitely gonna believe that he obviously know who Kaneki is. and he does want Kaneki to text him, but right now, you know, that's impossible. But for some reason, I have a feeling that like when Hide grows up, it is possible that like he will join the CCG, and him and Kaneki, these two, they can work together to like bridge the gap between Ghoul and human, because they are best friends, and I feel like Hide would not reject Kaneki at all. So it's definitely possible. But Hide, you know, this guy's just so freaking smart, and from the way that his home look, you could just tell that like he knows what's up. So hopefully he actually does, you know, like help Kaneki out somehow in the future. But now we see that like that the old man, he did mention earlier that like somebody else will be joining them, and so at first I thought that maybe it would be Yuta or the girl that like runs the bar. I had no idea that it would be Shu, and when I saw him, dude, I was just so disappointed because I don't like Shu. But if he does help to bring back Kaneki, then maybe that will change. But now he's back, so that right there was a bit surprising. But like I said, the episode, it was actually pretty freaking good. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I'm actually going to give it a 9 out of 10 because to me, that right there is how good it was. Especially, you know, seeing Kaneki, you know, get like so beat up like that. Even though we have seen him improve, he still has a long way to go. So that right there, you know, this right here was a pretty good setup, a good setup episode. So a 9 out of 10 is my rating, but of course, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And as always, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe because it really helps me out. And you guys take it easy. I will see you all next time.